Alright, Renfield. Now, this is gonna be a little bit more straightforward review, so this will be a quicker review because I don't have a lot of things to talk about this movie. This movie mostly works for me, but let's get back to the beginning. Renfield stars Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Hoult played main character of this movie, and that is Renfield. Now, the plot about this movie revolves around Renfield, Dracula's butler, who is trying to get a breakout because he just wants to live a normal life, and Dracula is making him hard to do it. Now, Nicolas is not a stranger to play these types of characters. He played it in Warm Bodies. He played a really similar role in that movie, so he's not a stranger in horror comedic genre. He works perfectly in this cast as Renfield. But the biggest selling point of this movie is, of course, Nicolas Cage as Count Dracula. His performance is always over the top, and his comedic timing hits the mark perfectly. Sometimes he is comedic on purpose, sometimes he is comedic unintentionally. I always laugh when I see him on the screen because he always has this unique spin on delivering Dracula's lines and behavior here. He is always kind of a weird version of Dracula, a more goofy version of Dracula, and that is the purpose of the Dracula here. And I was surprised. I thought when I see the movie, I thought he was gonna be a cameo, but thank goodness here, he is one of the main roles in this movie, and he is the selling point of this movie. This only explains the manipulated relationship between Renfield and Dracula. It just needed to be that, but they decided to add a subplot about this cop trying to, shut down a drug dealing operation with the Lobos gang. Now, at first, I didn't even think this subplot was important. I thought this subplot shouldn't be in the movie because this subplot kind of overtakes the stage for this movie. There's a main plot between Dracula and Renfield, and there's also this subplot with the drug dealing operation that this cop is trying to take care of. It just comes across not very natural, but yes, I really didn't expect also a lot of action and gore, and the movie really benefited in that. The action and gore is also one of the main selling points beside the performances. And I couldn't lie, because this subplot provides us with a lot of these cool, flashy, good-looking action sequences and blood. Without the subplot, this action set pieces wouldn't be happening, because the main plot is just about that, and there will be nothing Renfield is fighting with. And yeah, with that standpoint, I kind of get it why they decided to include this subplot. And at the end, the subplot really combines itself with the main plot, with the Lobos trying to, work together with Dracula. And the majority of the ending fight is about the subplot. So you cannot really rely on the subplot, but this movie decided to rely on the subplot to provide us with more action sequences and a lot of gore. And with that standpoint, I understand why they included that, even though the subplot really doesn't connect to the main plot perfectly. But, if you're here for Nicolas Cage over-the-top appearance and performance as Dracula, you're gonna get it because he's over the top as he can be. And I really like the little spin he's trying to put in the Dracula character regarding with the comedic aspects and the comedic lines and the comedic expressions, because with this goofier version of Dracula, there's no one in the planet who can play it as good as Nicolas Cage, He's sometimes not even joking, but for some reason, for some weird reason, you're still laughing at this character because of his comedic performance. And it really helps, He is one of the main selling point of this film beside Renfield. And yeah, like I said before, there are a lot of action and blood, And I really like that they embrace this. The reason, why make a Dracula movie without blood and gore? It's not that possible. If you make it, it's not gonna be that good without blood and gore, because these two aspect relates very well with the character of Dracula. And I really like that they embrace the R rating in the movie. Because in the end, this movie is just a good time if you want to turn off your brain for nearly 2 hours, and you can do that just like I did. You have a pretty good movie here. Even though the subplot doesn't really work, if you ignore that, you just focus on the performances and the comedic aspect that really hits here, you will get a really good entertainment for almost 2 hours. That was the mindset that was on my brain while I was watching this. So they are not taking things seriously here. They know what they're doing. They're making a comedy movie with Dracula, and they did it, and it really works well. For 2 hours, this is a worth watch, guys. Especially for the performances and the chemistry between Nicholas Hoult and Nicolas Cage. It's kind of crazy. Two Nicolases playing two different characters that connects to each other. So yeah, I'm going to give Renfield, in the end, I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. Because this is a solid movie with good performances, a good story, but a really bland sub-story that doesn't really need to be there. That's it, guys. Like I said, this is a shorter review, but I really like this movie. This is a solid movie, 8 out of 10, and see you in the next video. And guys, tell me, what is your most favorite over the top Nicolas Cage performance? Tell me in the comments, and see you in the next video.